Hello everyone, it's your girl Linda. Welcome to my show, Champagne Talks. Today we have a very lovely guest, and the subject of today is very interesting. So the subject is, should parents allow their children choose their career? And we have someone very beautiful that is going to take us through to that subject. Please welcome my guest, Sister Lillian.
Hello.
Thank you
Hello,
for
everybody.
coming to be part of this.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Wow, you look beautiful, smashing.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So, the subject for today is, should parents allow their children, decide their career? So, the question I should be asking you on that, why is it important? Why do you think it's important that parents should allow their children choose their career?
It is very, very important because I'm speaking from a life experience. If children choose what they want, they're happier in the long run.
Okay.
They won't go through trauma, anguish, even mental experiences.
Okay.
So we need to avoid that. This is about advising parents in general, more so African parents, because we tend to do it more. You've got to be a lawyer, you've got to be engineer.
Tell me about it.
Doctor. Other than that, there's no any other career suitable. My father had the same mental mindset. That's right. And it really had a bad effect on me, and it was very, very long lasting. So that's why I'm very passionate to come here today and discuss
to talk about
this.
it. It's important. Yes. Wow, that's nice. Yeah. So in other words, what you're trying to say is that parents should actually leave the children to decide, to take the decision in terms of their career-wise.
That's right.
That it helps them in terms of developing their confidence, their mental health, everything, etc.
Right. The well-being. And we as parents, we're there to advise. Of course, you can advise your child, show them the right path.
Maybe suggest.
You suggest, but you don't say they must.
Put it on them,
Yes. You advise them, and then they make that decision
themselves.
themselves.
And then you support them.
And you support them through it. Other than that, it's a thing is really wrong. To say you must do this, you must do that, because you end up losing your child or your children, as it happened in my case. I didn't speak to my father for several years, and in the end, although we did make up, but it really had negative effect on me,
because she felt like he's the one that put you there. He didn't want to be there, but he is. So because he is, you not transfer the whole frustration, anger, and the rest of it to him.
That's correct.
I get it.
That's right. I mean, everybody, you cannot do a proper job of a career unless you have a passion.
Yes.
For that passion has to be there so that you'll excel
in it,
in what you do, and you're happy. After all, a career is a lifelong thing. It's not just a temporary thing. So it's very, very important that we advise our children, but at the end of the day, they have to make that choice for themselves.
Yeah. Thank you. So, if I understand clearly, what she's trying to say is that we parents should endeavor to allow our children take the decision, like especially African parents. We have that tag. Because me as a parent as well, in most cases, earlier, when the kids were growing up, I felt like, okay, I need to tell them, do it this way, you do that. But as they're growing up, and as I'm evolving in life, knowing things better, I feel like, I think I need to sit back, watch them, take the decision, watch what they're passionate of, what the interest.
and encourage them.
There. So when I find those things, and then we'll talk about it. This is what I want to do, Mom. You encourage them.
Yes.
Like, for instance, my son, he was doing computer science, software precisely, and along the line, he has passion of being a coach. Football coach, because he loved football. He was playing when he was a little kid.
Yes.
But whatever the reason is, he broke his, I think, kneecap or something. So that actually prevented him from playing for a very long time. Yes. So, but then he still have that passion. He has the team that he's supporting, and because of that passion, he now felt like, okay, let me coach, because I know more of football. I'll be able to help people to. And when he was saying, I didn't actually understand what it is. I'm saying, coach, okay, what kind of coach is that? My friend, go to school and I want you to engineer all those. I was just mentioning names. That is where African parents is coming out.
That's how we brought up.
Yes. So, and it took me time. I have to reflect and say, no. He started being upset. The thing is that he doesn't want to be rude to me. At the same time, he doesn't want to make me feel bad.
Yes.
I can see my son is in pain.
Yes.
Then we sat down, we talk about it. And that reminds me, parents should always discuss with your kids.
Yes.
It's very, very important.
Don't ignore them.
No, don't. So when we talk, he has already had plans. He brought it out, explained to me, show me through the laptop.
Yes.
They have stages, stage by stage of whatever you have to get to for you to become actually a coach.
That's right.
However, it's not going to stop him achieving the other career, but this one is a top up. But when he mentioned it to me earlier, I was thinking he wants to leave career and focus on this.
That's why it's good to talk.
Yeah. You should have a conversation. It's very important. So you have clear vision of what the whole thing is all about. So that's why it's important, to allow kids.
Yes.
It helps them. This allowing children be involved or maybe take decision of their career, do you think it should be for every parent or just African parent? I know you mentioned a special African parent, but do you think it's more of African parents or parent in general?
I'm stressing more African parents because we have this thing that you have to be those three top,
and with your experience as well.
That's right. Yeah. And you have to be a lawyer, you have to be an engineer, you have to be a professor, but it doesn't matter. Encourage your child.
What matters is the happiness.
Exactly. Whether they want to go into art, they want to sing, sportsmanship, anything they want to do. And I always say, as long as they're not out there hanging around in the streets and making good time, they like developing themselves in a positive way.
Yeah.
And they're coming on the other side and able to look after themselves.
Yeah.
Does it matter?
It doesn't really.
If they're not doctors or whatever, I mean, I've encouraged my children. I've got 2 graduates.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And the third one, who would have been a graduate, he went into uni. Again, that African mindset is either uni or nothing. So I've made mistakes along, just like what you just said about your son as well. And, he kept saying he wasn't happy. He was doing computer science. He said, Mom, I'm not happy. I'm not happy about it. I said, carry on. Private son is new to you. See how it goes. He did the first year. He was still saying, Mommy, I'm not happy. So he went back, made his second year. So I just noticed that it was so unusually quiet, not happy at all. Again, maybe living in this country, something just snapped in time. I said, my goodness me, I'm actually approaching this wrong. I need to call my child, and talk with him and see what is going on. And he opened up, and he said, Mom, I'd rather go and do an apprenticeship whereby it's more practical. This computer science thing is not for me. And he really elaborated on it. And I said, okay. Okay, I had to put my son's happiness first, because
First.
I've known situation where people have gone mad. Members of my own family have ended up in mental homes.
Because they were struggling.
That's right.
Where they are not supposed to be.
To be. And also, as soon as you say you want to go into arts, maybe the stage dancing, singing, or sports,
and
what kind of a career is that? Is that going to feed you? Is that going to pay your bills or whatever? And I've had nieces.
Typical Africa.
Yes. I've had nieces sneaking out.
That's the truth. It's typical.
Sneaking out for rehearsals, going to sing someone. Why don't we encourage our children to go into arts? You know what I mean? Like in the West, it's
just encourage them.
Just make them, do what they want to do. You have a happier child in the end.
There will be something positive coming out of it because they're okay doing it.
Yeah. So as soon as my son started his apprenticeship and all that, he finished it within 2 years. Now he's earning big bucks.
Wow. Okay. And he's happy. The most important thing that he's happy where he is.
Happy.
That's the most important thing. Are you happy?
He's happy.
Yeah, it makes sense. And
I'm so happy. I'm so happy about it that
you feel fulfilled.
Fulfilled. And everybody's happy. I didn't have to take him to a psychiatrist or doctors or him taking medication because it's affected his mental health. No. What that child needs is your support, whatever they want to do.
I think this mental health is something everybody should take very serious.
Yes.
When we talk about mental health, people feel like, oh, it's mental health is nothing. It is something.
It's very,
people
very
should
important.
Take it serious.
Very, very important.
We must protect our mental health with everything in you.
Yes.
Because 1 minute, just one sec is that's it. The person is out.
Yes.
And then what you hear is that this person is mad.
This is it.
Something happened. Something, made the person to get to that extent for the person to be mad. You don't wake up in the morning and you're mad.
No. There's always a trigger, some sort of trauma.
Always.
And it affect you for the rest of your life.
Yes.
If you don't address it or prevent it from happening in the first place. There's always a reason for it. So the best way is to try and prevent all these problems.
So it doesn't affect our children.
Yes.
And like I said, this show is about young people and families. So I'm sure these subjects, people will be informed and people mindset will also change to at least allow these children to make their own decision. Just watch them, guide them, advise them, support them. That's all they need. At least if you have a children that police is not coming to knock on your door,
exactly,
you should be grateful.
They're happy.
You understand? Happy. So that's a very good one. Do you think, obviously, parents, we should allow our children to take decision of their career and etc.? Now we are talking about the children. Do you think children would like that for themselves?
Of course. Of course they
yes,
would
at
like
times
that.
they might think like, parents, you don't care about me. Some of them can think like that. So how can we balance that?
Well, you balance it in a way by you have to start from the beginning. Engaging. Talk with them, try and find out where their interest,
what they like,
and then you do your own contribution as an experienced parent. This is how you feel, but at the end of the day, it's going to be the decision. You are there to listen and to support.
Yes.
Other than that, the decision is theirs.
But what if you allow them to take that decision, right? Of their supposed career? If it goes wrong, what happened? As a parent, are you gonna blame yourself? Why didn't you, or would they turn back and say it's your fault because you did not like, So it's kind of a tricky.
It's a tricky one,
It's kind of tricky a little bit.
Personally, I will not blame myself because I think I'll congratulate myself for listening in the first place.
Yes.
Things go wrong.
Yes.
Nobody knows what's going to happen
You pick up.
down the road.
Yeah.
If something goes wrong, they try something else.
Yes.
Always move. You don't give up. In this life, everything changes. Nothing remains the same.
That's right.
If they try this, it doesn't work, they try something else.
Yeah.
But they have to follow their own hearts, their own heart, and do what they want to do. You are there on the sideline to actually observe and to guide them if they need your help. But to say to regret it, I wouldn't personally, regret it because from the beginning, you've given them that chance, that chance for them to make the choice, to make that choice. So it cannot come back to you. After all, you're not going to say, "Oh, don't go and educate yourself.
Yeah.
Don't have a career. Hang around in the streets or just sit at home doing nothing." Obviously, you're going to have that um, basic advice about education always. Yeah. Education is knowledge, or the education is primary. Yep. So whichever way you can get this education is very important. Yeah. So if they do change their mind, fair enough. They come to someone else. But our personally will always be there to support them, whichever route they wish to take. Yeah. But what we don't do is to condemn, like to push them. Let's say, like there's something you mentioned. Say if you're like African, whatever. If your child say they want to go into music, it's like, what music? Why can't you? Oh, Nkiru's mother or Nkiru, my friend, the children, they're all doctors and lawyers. Yes. Why do you want to go into music for? Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. So when parents are like that, I think it scares them away a little bit, right? Yeah. It scares the kids away. Yes, it does. And then they might turn into even worse than what you're expecting. This is it. Well, one thing I don't compare my children with other people's children. That's another good one. Because everybody's got their own journey. Like we are unique. Yes. And I always think that everybody's got something they're good at. So for you to want to compare yourself and achieve what someone else's journey, like the Joneses and the Smiths and whatever, you are gonna be on the wrong track. Just help them to find a place where they're comfortable. Wait. Yeah. And you can actually pick them when they are small. When kids are small, there are things that interest them. Yes. Like if you can see a child that will design something from childhood, you see them drawing all the time. They are drawing. Thank you. You can pick that from them and then empower them. Yes. Even one of my sons, Solomon, is an artist. I saw that in him. From this big small, right? Yes, yes. But do you know another thing is that as they're growing, that can actually change. Oh yes. And it's okay. I mean, he started off, he wanted to be a footballer or whatever, and all of a sudden this drawing thing came, and my God, he used to bring a drawing from school, and it was outstanding. So I encouraged him. So he went to Artificial University and did the design and arts, and now he goes into school and and teach the kids in schools. That's nice. That. So he changed his mind, but he found another path. Correct. Yeah. All right, our final question for today is, what are the benefits in that regards? Parents allowing them. I know we've touched a little bit, but this time around, you have to focus them there and then speak to them, speak to young people, speak to parents or parents, tell them the benefits, the reason why it's important to allow these children to take decision of their career. Yeah, I think we've brushed on so many of the bullet points, if you like, about the mental health. It's very, very important. In the long run, you're going to have a happier child. a closer bond, and they'll achieve more in the end. So let them be. Don't leave your dreams through them. Let them have their own dreams, and everybody will be happier in the long run.
Yeah. So, parents, you've had our conversation today. Leave them children to decide. Let them choose what they want to do. Just watch them. You can pick things from little, what their passion is. Encourage them. Always have conversation with your kids is very important, because from there they will be able to open up to you, tell you things that you don't even know. And also, parents should also read books. Maybe books that has to do with children. Maybe that will guide them a little bit.
Yes.
Or look at people that have done it before. How did they do it? Things like that can actually brighten people for you, the way you think, the way you reason. I know where we are coming from, the way we are raised is different from people here.
Yes.
I get it. But if you are here, try to find out how it works here. And then if you have to go and educate yourself on that, please do.
Yeah.
If you have to mingle with people that have done it in the past and achieve something out of it, please do. If you have to even get involved with youth, there's a lot of youth departments out there.
Yeah.
And then find out, things about youth. You can take that in your house and then know how to raise your children better in terms of supporting what they love, so that they don't be headache to you. Because when the children are doing well, we are good.
Yes.
But it's okay to stay on that field that you are happy with. It's very okay. Everybody don't need to be doctors.
No.
Everybody don't need to be lawyers, stuff like that. We can be different things, and we are okay where we are, and we are doing well where we are. That's the most important thing.
You're still contributing into the society.
Yes, exactly. Yes, because when you are doing well, that means around the environment, your community will also partake on that.
Yes.
But when you are not, then both your family, community will lose, and it's not okay. So, well, children, choose what you like, but please choose right. Now we're gonna move to the game. So how does this game work? I'm gonna explain a little bit for you. So basically, we come almost to the end of the year, and we are in winter where we are. And every year, like summer, people want to go somewhere and kind of change environment. So, and at times it's difficult for you to know where you're going. So what this show does is to help you figure it out. So how does it work? I'll show you. So now you just give it a big turn, swing, whatever. So any country that your eyes, as soon as you stop, any country, the first very country your eyes picked, that is the country you put on your list.
Right.
So you do it 3 times. I will do as well. There's this particular country I want to get to. I don't know, for some reason, this is my 3rd time of doing this. I've not gotten there yet. Hopefully I'll get it.
Yes.
So I'm gonna allow you, because you're my guest, you're gonna do first, then I'll do second.
Okay.
So give it a very big one. So you're gonna yep.
Is that okay?
Yeah, so when you turn it, keep your eye. I can put it close to you so you'll be more comfy.
Okay.
So keep on, when you turn it, when it stops, there is a lot of countries there, but there's one your eyes
get to.
That's the one. You tell me the name. Yeah?
All right.
Let's do it now. Yep.
The Maldives.
Where is that?
Indian Ocean, somewhere.
Oh, okay. Do you think you want to go there?
Definitely. And it's so funny, so uncanny. We've been talking about that.
Wow, okay.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
We've been talking about that
so,
for a while now.
Put that on your list. You got another one. Let's see what happened. Yep.
It's showing me. Oh my God.
What is it showing you?
Malaysia.
Okay, Malaysia.
All these exotic places, because I
you like it, yeah, you like it.
Like
you went to Jamaica, you know what I mean? Okay.
I just
Okay,
love
the
the
last
sun.
one. Can they take you to Africa already?
Let me see. Let me see.
Africa, 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 Africa. Okay.
I'm afraid it's still the ocean. This is South America. It showed me.
So next year you're definitely going that side.
I'm definitely going to Mexico next year.
Mexico. I love Mexico. I want to go there. Okay, so I'm gonna do mine. Please show me. What's that? Tokyo.
Wow, that's in Japan. Why not?
What's the distance? Because me, I check distance, you know.
I'm just gonna say it's a long haul, taking 17 hours or more.
Okay, all right, fine. Let's move forward. Let's move. Algeria. East Africa. I don't mind. I don't mind. Really.
I don't think they've got a good tourist thing going on there.
The last one, please, please, please give me Portugal.
Wow, that's just next door.
That's what me and my kids are talking about.
Oh, that's going to be your next trip then?
Yes.
Wonderful.
But where my mind is Grace. I want to go to Grace.
Maybe you can do both. Why not?
Really?
Yes. They're not far away.
I don't really like height. So thinking that I'm going to go this one, come back and go to another one, it gives me a little bit of anxiety.
Yeah, but they're short hauls. They're not long hauls. We're talking about 3-4 hours.
I don't mind anything between 2 to 6 hours, because Nigeria is 6 hours.
6 hours
for me,
and it goes just like that. Doesn't it?
So anything up to 6 hours, I'm good to go.
So Europe, you're talking in between 3-4 hours.
Wow. So now I've helped you to you're gonna figure out where you're gonna go next year. This has helped you. It's
definitely gonna be the Maldives, because that's been on my bucket list for a while now.
That place is really nice and it's really, really expensive.
Yeah, it's worth saving up for. Yeah, definitely.
I trust you.
It's worth it.
I trust you. We cannot finish this show without sipping champagne. Remember, this talk show is champagne talks, so champagne is definitely involved. So we have to sip some champagne. So, to my guest, Sister Lillian, we need to toast. We are happy to have you here, and the subject is an amazing one.
Thank you very much.
So let's cheers. Thank you for coming. Cheers.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for watching the third episode, and I'm gonna see you people very soon. Thank you. Bye.